Sweet. Welcome everyone to Celestia Core Devs Call 29. My name is Josh and we'll be hosting today. I think we'll mainly be talking about a V4 upgrade called the Lotus Network upgrade and a CIP for header pruning for light nodes. Yeah, so last week, I also, if there are any working groups here and you do have an update, um, actually we'll do that first. Is there anyone from a working group with an update today? Cool. If that changes throughout the call, please feel free to drop it in the chat so we see it and we can get to it after we talk about CIPs. The first CIP that we'll talk about today is the Lotus Network upgrade, which includes CIPs 31, 29, 30, and 32. And these are to incorporate staking rewards and investing account schedules to decrease inflation and disinflation, disable the auto-claim of staking rewards, and add Hyperlane to Celestia. I know these have we're waiting on a V4 release and for testing to be done before we push that to Arabica. And I was wondering if Rootool, if you have an update there, or Evan, anyone from the core app team.
Yeah, I can share a quick update. Exactly like you said, we're testing V4 right now, specifically like testing the compatibility of Celestia app V4 with Celestia Node. Um, so as long as testing goes well and there are no big issues found, we're planning on upgrading or deploying these releases to Arabica early next week. Um, Yeah, that's about it. I guess for node operators, if you're a node operator, this will function exactly like V3 in that you will want to upgrade to the latest release, so the V4 release. And uh, like the upgrading from the V3 to the V4 app version will happen for you. So basically just download the latest release and run it. Um, that's about it.
Nice. Thank you for the pointer there. And it sounds like we're expecting an RC this week, which will be tested um, like internally, and then before that goes to Arabica. So I think Arabica is expected next week. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct. There is already an
Cool.
RC of v4.0.0 dash, but we might cut subsequent RCs if we find any issues that we need to fix, basically.
Cool. And then as far as Mocha and mainnet timelines go, what do those look like now? I know the schedule's been updated a little bit.
Yeah, they were pushed back. At least Mocha was pushed back slightly. I can pull up the doc right now. And then maybe we can also share this like more externally. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
so early next week, Arabica, and then on May 7th, we'll try to create the V4 Mocha and node releases and encourage Mocha operators, like node operators, to update and then also signal.
Yep.
The issue with Mocha is like we obviously have to wait for enough voting power to signal for the next version. So the actual activation of V4 might happen a little bit later, depending on how quickly people signal for the next version.
Cool. And then assuming that goes smoothly, we'll do mainnet after that. And I
Yep,
guess
exactly.
like huge big asterisk here is that this is all assuming testing goes well, there's no bugs.
Yeah.
So we'll keep everyone updated in the Telegram group, as well as keep the documentation up to date. And also, as always, in the Discord from the POps team. Um, I think that's it for CIP 33 and the CIPs that are included in that. I was wondering if Glib is here, Wondertan. Um, would you mind going over CIP 35? Just kind of telling everyone what that's about, so that they can put their eyes on it. And yeah,
Okay, hello. I think I want to give the full overview. We already had that on the CIP call, uh, the one before the last
Yes.
one. I'll just mention the changes that have been so far. And mainly we merged the other CIP first with the grammar changes. And this one now depends on that. Instead of the old CIP version, the 004, that defined the original sampling window. And like that's some minor changes, but it's the same CIP as it was at the beginning. Like there were some issues we had to resolve. Like some implementation details that could affect line. So we resolved them, and now we can finally see the pruning there. So first now, and I think so we can make it a last call. Then
Cool. Thank you. Your audio is a little choppy, but I think I got most of that. It sounds like there's been some minor updates since we last talked about this. Uh, Mostly just revisions to the draft. So the new updated draft that was merged today is available for everyone to see on the site and in the repo. And yeah, that's all for now. Um, Going back to the agenda, I don't see anything else. I'm wondering if anyone who's here has an update from the working group or any other questions about the CIPs that we have. I will take the silence as a no, and I think we can look forward to having another call on Wednesday, the 14th of May at the same time, which will be 4 p.m. UTC again. I think we're safe to just schedule out 30 minutes for these from now on, unless we have a bigger batch of changes happening. Um, and I guess I just want to check if anyone is opposed to that. I think it'll help people just plan their days out a little bit easier.
Would it also maybe make sense to pull it an hour earlier?
Um,
That lines up better with like
yeah,
European time zone.
yeah. I don't think there's anyone calling in from the West Coast of America or the North America, so I'm not opposed to that. I'm also not opposed to moving it to a different day if that works for people, like Thursday or Tuesday. Um,
Mhm.
Unless there's any hard preference to do it on Wednesdays. I know most of us have Wednesdays clear, and I kind of would like to keep it that way. Kind of got grandfathered into this Wednesday call.
Oh, we can try
Um,
Tuesday.
yeah. Um, let's go ahead and bump the time first and then talk about moving the day next after next call just to keep the changes incremental, I guess.
I mean, if we're already breaking, why not?
Yeah,
Totally. But
okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and try that out. And if anyone has like something that is not possible to work around there, please drop that in the chat now. But we'll plan to do this at 3 p.m. UTC on the 13th of May, which is a Tuesday. And we'll make sure to update the comms accordingly so that people know about that. Yeah, but that's it for
cool.
now. Sweet. Good suggestion. Thank you for asking. I know that works for people further than Europe too. And yeah, we'll see you in, I guess, 13 days and have a good few weeks, everyone. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye. See ya.